After dreaming about his loved ones, Daryl wakes up in a convent, where some nuns take care of him and cauterize his burn with a hot poker. This makes him pass out again. The next time he wakes up, he realizes he's tied to the bed. Isabel checks on him, revealing she's a nun too. She explains they cauterized his wound to stop it from spreading. They're a small community of nuns that has been surviving for a decade by farming, gardening, and scavenging. Before taking a bath, Daryl notices that the nuns outside are playing with a boy. He falls asleep in the bathtub and has a nightmare of floating in the ocean. Isabel brings him clean clothes and treats his injuries with honey garlic to avoid an infection. She sees the older wounds on his back and he explains that his father was abusive. In return, he points at the scars on Isabel's wrist, which implies she tried self-deleting in the past. Afterward, Isabel gives Daryl a tour, saying men usually aren't allowed. The boy is an exception because he grew up there. The church has a bunch of medieval weapons that the nuns use to protect themselves and a radio in the office, which Isabel will let Daryl use when he's feeling better. Lunch is brought to Daryl outside, and while he eats, Leron mirrors all his movements. Eventually, Leron comes closer to chat and gives Daryl a Rubik's Cube while telling him that he deserves happiness too. In private, Mother Superior Veronique scolds Isabel for bringing a stranger to the convent, ignoring Isabel's theory about Daryl being the one. Later, Daryl's trying to pick the office lock when he hears a zombie growling. He rushes outside and finds Leron reading to a zombie in a cell. The boy explains the zombie is their priest and they're waiting for him to rise again. Daryl is creeped out by all this and announces he's leaving. Isabel tries to convince him to stay, saying he's the messenger who must deliver Leron. She shows him a drawing that Leron made 3 weeks ago, which shows a man floating in the sea. There's a prophecy that says Leron will be the Messiah that revives humanity, and Isabel wants Daryl to take the boy to a base up north belonging to the resistance group known as the Union of Hope. The priest was supposed to do that.